look at light, because I wanted us to also consider these paintings in terms of light. Where is light in this painting?
The dress.
The dress.
His trousers.
His trousers. Yeah.
Is it water? Or?
Please don't touch the painting.
Oh, no.
The path. See, the path is lit up. It's important. That path is important. That path is going that way. That is the wood and it's dark, right? But the path, that's the path that they need to follow, and that is lit up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So light actually shows the way, right? It gives the direction. So, but look how he treats paint and the brush strokes, those amazing fluid brush strokes, and the whiteness of the dress, right? And the dappled light. Light is really pretty much everywhere, but mostly on her. His face is in shadow, right? It's strange, but and then there is this dark spot right behind her, but mostly she is bathed in light. Her dress is bathed in light, and this is an early Impressionist painting. You probably know about Impressionism. Impressionists painted au plein air, which means outdoors. And they captured the moment. They were very interested in light and color, and that's why they're called Impressionists, because momentary impressions, something that hit the eye, and then they just put it on the canvas. They wanted to capture a moment, capture the light as it meets certain objects in a certain given moment, right? And that's why it's important to go outdoors. So this is what Renoir does. He goes, these people move outdoors, and they paint what they see. And they also paint pleasure, because this is a time when, France, Paris especially, becomes this amazing modern metropolis. And there are trains that take people to the suburbs where they can enjoy the outdoors. And so Renoir is one of the painters who captures these moments of pleasure, how people, simple people, entertain themselves. And this is just a moment of badinage between, a couple, a man and a woman, enjoying themselves. There's so much joy to be in this painting, right? So much joy of life. Look at it, right? Or only me, I see it that way? Tell me.
But I feel a little bit
It's
odd.
interesting that his face is in shadow, but the hands are particularly well described in the centre and in light as well.
So his face is in shadow, but the hands are very well described through the light. They are lit. So is there a significance to it? Would you go further and try to interpret it some way?
I think he could be any man trying to encourage a woman to come the way he wants her to go.
Okay, that's nice. He could be any man trying to encourage a woman to go the way he wants him to go. Yeah, well, it describes the painting, right?
But isn't it odd? I think her dress doesn't belong to the place.
Her dress doesn't belong to the place, and why? You don't walk in such a dress into the woods, right?
Right.
Well, this is the early 1870s. So maybe this is how ladies dressed when they dressed up in a festive way to meet a gentleman, But you're right. I mean, with the way we think today, we wouldn't dress that way for an outing in the woods. But this amazing whiteness, and the other thing I wanted you to notice is that the painting, the surface of the painting is alive. The paint has a texture, it almost has a dimension because of the way the paint is applied. This is called impasto, thick, very thick application of paint on the canvas, which makes the paint come alive. It gives it a texture, a dimension, right? This is what these painters start to do very freely.
It's wonderful the way her right arm almost shines through the translucency of the material.
How her right arm almost shines through the translucency of the material, indeed. So we can see that this material might be translucent, right? Because you can trace the arm, the flesh underneath the texture of the garment. Yeah. Yes. And as I told you in the other painting, this is really a very neat diagonal. So even though it's a moment of pleasure, this painting is quite dynamic. They are standing, but there's a lot of movement in this. But there's also a lot of ambiguity, right? Because we have several diagonals. Besides this main diagonal, there are others. There are looks that don't meet, and then there are body parts and directions that are at odds. So it's quite a dynamic painting, even though these two people stand somewhere, right?
Right.
There's a lot you can do in painting, right? Okay, anything else before we move on? Let's go.